Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your author Mark inviting you for a very special um, YouTube presentation. Today is a very special day for me because, a lot of my friends asked me to do this particular video because they wanted to know how did I get through college and would I tell them tell them about my academic journey in Strayer University and how I got through it. Well, I thought about I wasn't really gonna do this video. I thought about doing it, but my friends actually uh, talked me. They talked me into it, so I'm gonna dedicate this video to them. Now, first question that they asked me was, can a person with a disability get through, go to college, get through college, and actually graduate? And the answer to that particular question is a definite yes. The other question they asked me is because, I told them that I achieved my associate's and my bachelor's degree early. So they asked me how did I achieve that? Now, I've achieved those things. I achieved it, and to be honest with you, I did graduate from college early. From college early, um, because I see a lot of the college. Your associate's degree takes 2 years, and your bachelor's degree takes 4 years. But for an associate's, I was able to graduate within a year, and a bachelor's degree, I was able to graduate with a bachelor's degree in about 3 years. Because and and in this video I'm gonna tell you how I did it. Okay, now like I said, my friends asked me a question: can a person get with a disability go to college and actually graduate from college? The answer to that question is a definite yes, and the second question, but a person with a disability may need help in achieving this goal, and he's going to need reasonable accommodations. That's the first answer to the question is, can a person go to college and actually graduate? The answer to that question is a definite yes. And can a person with a disability actually get through college and all that stuff? And there's also a big yes to that question. The answer is yes, but with reasonable accommodations. Now, when it comes to reasonable accommodations, when you choose your college, which one you're going to attend, the second thing you have to consider is, can that particular school meet my needs and provide reasonable accommodations so that I can be successful? If the answer to that question is yes, then you should go for it. Now, the third question that my friend asked me is, how did I get out of college early? Okay, and the answer to that question is a little bit more complicated, because the way I graduated through Strayer University early is because I went through what we call CLEP, college level examination programs. That means you don't take classes, you study the material, you go through tutoring and all that stuff, and then you just take. For example, in order to get to college, you have to go through um, through English composition. You have to go through advanced college level math and all your math courses and all those wonderful things. But you don't, nowadays, you don't have to sit through a boring English lesson or a boring math lesson. You can study that stuff on your own through college level examination programs, through class, because you can get materials in order to study for those tests. You can go through Sophia and get college credit like that, and you can go through what we call DSST. I went through CLAP. Now, my friends also asked me a question, Mark. Are those CLAP exams hard? Are those college level examination CLAP tests hard? And I'm going to tell you right now, yes, those tests were very hard, and I don't think a lot of people will be able to get through them without the right preparation. Now, can an average Joe, can an average person take a college level examination program and college level examination? Can a person actually? The question is, can an average person go through a college level examination program and pass the test? The answer to that question is a definite yes, but with the right preparation. And in order for you to get through your college level examinations, in order to get through those tests, you have to understand the 3 no's. No going out with your friends, no partying, no contact with your friends at all. Now, because in order to get through the CLAP exams, you will have to do one thing: study. Now, the reason I bring out, a lot of people have asked me to do a video about my college experience and how I got through college early through CLAP and all those things. But what actually inspired me to there's one other thing that inspired me to actually to do this particular video and actually talk about my college experience in Strayer University, because to be honest with you, at Strayer University I had the greatest college experience a person with a disability or without disability can have. I mean, I had I took a college level CLAP test in order to get through classes. I went through a lot of classes, but I could not have done it without the support of my father. I could not have gotten through any of my classes without the support of my friends and my friend, and he knows who he is. I would not get through without his support and his sister's support, so he knows who he is, but I'm not going to mention his name here. But he knows who he is. And if my father have not supported me, and if my friends haven't supported me, then the greatest support I had through the Strayer University and the staff and the professors, there were some of the great people. Now, and an average person can pass a college level examination test, but you have to study. Yes, because I'm here to tell you, if you don't study, you're not going to get through those classes. Now, a lot of people ask me, are those CLAP college level examination program CLAP, are they difficult? I would say yes, they are difficult. They are designed that way in order to actually to make sure that you know your stuff. So, and to be honest with you, what why I like CLAP is because, and you can go through the CLAP examination program, but before you even do that, if a person with a disability wants to go to college, you have to make sure that you choose the right major, make sure you choose the right school so that they can meet your reasonable accommodations. And 3, when you go through the CLAP college level examination program, so you can actually skip your freshman year, your junior year, and you go right to your senior year when you pass those exams. And the third thing is when you go through the CLAP, the college level examination program, CLAP, you have to understand how much of the CLAP credit your college or your learning institution will accept. Now, because when I went through, to be honest with you, Strayer University, to be honest with you, was great at that time. They did accept a lot of CLAPs. I don't know how they do it now because, see, here's the thing. Because a lot of people have been taking the CLAPs and the DSSTs and all that. So what's happening now in the education system, a lot of those colleges and universities are putting what we call a cap on how many CLAP credits each college will accept. Now, each college and university is different. They accept it depends on what college you go to, but you have to ask them how many CLAP credits can you accept, because a lot of people have been doing the CLAP exams and the DSST exams, and a lot of them have been doing Sophia Learning courses. So a lot of those universities have put a cap on those things because they put a limit on how many of those types of credits each institution will accept. Now, how did I get through college exam? Like I said, study. Now, the reason I want to talk about this too is because on YouTube, I was watching a very interesting YouTube video about China and their college level entrance exam. Now, this is the way I study. Like I said, if you want to go through the CLAP method, the college level examination program, you have to study. But you have to understand the 3 no's. No going out with your friends. No hanging out. No partying, nothing. You have to study. And the reason you have to do that is because you can take those tests, okay? And you can take those CLAP exams as many times as you want to. That's fine. But you have to understand that in order for you to take a CLAP, a college level examination, it does cost money. That's why you have to put your social life on hold. You have to study. Now, the way I did this is because to be honest with you, I had the greatest father in this world, where my dad actually paid for my tutoring, and so a lot of my friends were playing football, going out with their girlfriends, hanging out, partying, and all that stuff. And I don't blame them. That's fine. They even called me. They said, "Hey, Mark, you want to go out and party with us?" I said, "No, guys. Sorry. Thank you for your invitation, but I had to study for a CLAP." Now, I mean, see, and I had to go through a tutoring. I went through tutoring for my CLAP exam, and my dad helped me study at home. Now, the English exam, yes, it was very difficult, but the more difficult part was my math because in math because of my disability I was put in the special education program in high school, and that's why I had a little bit of trouble with math because the teachers back in high school they thought that I had a disability, so I had a little bit of trouble learning, and so they put me in special ed. So they said, Mark, you'll never go to college, so don't even worry about it. That you'll never make it. And to be honest with you, yes, my friends were my motivation to actually get through college, and a lot of people did not support me of going to college. Like the as a can I put it like lightly, the academic community, like my high school teachers, guidance counselors, they did not support me going to college, and so that's what even drove me more in order to go through college. But when I went through because the reason I chose Strayer University, me and my dad chose that college, is because because that university had the great I had a I had great professors. They provided me with reasonable accommodations. And one of my greatest guidance counselors at Strayer University, he's a great guy. He also knows who he is, so I'm not going to mention his name here either, but he knows who he is. He actually told me that I could graduate early if I went through the CLAP college level examination program. So the way I did, I officially started my college career in 2008 was my first year at Strayer. But the thing is my guidance counselor at Strayer University, and he's a great guy. He actually taught me and told me about the CLAP, what materials to take, and like where to go for like tutoring and stuff. So yes, my dad paid for my tutoring sessions because for my tutoring sessions and all those wonderful wonderful things. He paid for that. Where I had to relearn all my English stuff. But the English portion was difficult, but it was not that difficult. But the worst time I had to prepare for that CLAP exam was the math. Because I was placed in special ed classes, so we did math, but not this advanced math like equations and all. So that's why I had to go through for tutoring for my English, but I had to go through more for tutoring from my math because I had to learn the advanced math from the ground up. Now, it took me about 3 to 4 months to get through all my CLAPs, and then I started my major courses. Now, like I said earlier, I was watching a lot. The reason I want to do this video because I was watching the videos from China on how the kids study for their college entrance exam, the Gaokao. The word Gaokao means in Chinese means the big test, their college entrance exam. And to be honest with you, me and my dad, this is how I'm not Chinese, but my father taught me, helped me prepare for my CLAP exams, the college level examination program, the CLAPs. Just like his method. Like, for example, I would wake up at 9 o'clock, 9:30 I would go to the gym, come back, study, go outside for a little bit, go for a walk, go swimming, then come back, study some more. So I studied from morning till night, and like I said, a lot of friends used to call me and say, "Hey, Mark, you want to go out and party with us?" Blah blah blah. So I said, "Sorry, guys, I can't do it. I have to study." So I did study it. It took me about 2 to 3 months to get through my claps. After that, I just went in for my major. Now the reason I bring up Gaokao and the way that Chinese kids study, because I studied for my clap the same way. Now, the question is, does that study method actually work? And I'm here to tell you it does work, but I'm going to tell you this right now, that it does take a lot. It does take a lot out of you too, because I mean, after I passed all my college clap exams, I had to. I was so tired at that time that I actually had to. I had to actually sleep for a couple of days because and the thing is, the reason I did the clap exams and all that, because yes, I wanted also to get through the college stuff and get to my major faster. So was it good for me to do it this way? Would I do it again? I would say yes, but now I would do it differently. I would not. Would I go through claps? Some, yes, but most of the time now, if I had to do this all over again, I would actually go through the Sophia thing, that the new thing that they got in the Sophia courses, because they're just those courses are just like the clap, but they are a lot easier. They're a lot easier than the claps, but do I regret doing it this way? Going through claps, then going to my majors. No, I don't. I don't regret it at all. I mean, to be honest with you, if I did not have my people behind me, like my friends, like all my friends, my father, and the staff at Strayer University, who did support me going through college and going through the clap exams and all those wonderful things, then and even my great friend that I do like, that I'm good friends with now, and I'll always be his friend. And if he didn't support me and his sister did not, I would have not. If I didn't have any help, then I would have never gotten through the claps, the college level stuff, to my major and graduate from college. Now, ladies and gentlemen, am I happy that I graduated from college earlier? Yes, but to be honest with you, I did have to make a lot of sacrifices. It took a lot of sacrifices on my father's part, on my part, and all those wonderful things. But would I do it again? Yes. But the way I would do it now is I would do it a lot smarter than I did before. And to be honest with you, the last question should be: can an average Joe get through the claps and get through college that way, the way I did? Yes, but it will take what it will take. It will take a lot of willpower. It will take a lot of study time, and if you cannot memorize things, because a lot of the English composition and other QAP exams is if you cannot memorize things, it's a lot of brute force memorization, and if you cannot memorize things, you're not going to get through it. But with some help, you may be able to. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that I will be able to see you in my next one.